Hey guys, so we're with Kotaku here. Um, Now normally I don't like looking at Kotaku. I think it's just a crappy fucking website, and there. But unfortunately, it's the only page site that I found that doesn't have a bunch of fucking pop-ups, from the top and on the bottom, and so we're gonna go with it. But you see Activision Blizzard, so you're probably thinking, what about Activision Blizzard? What have they done this time? Well, Activision Blizzard clears itself of any wrongdoing. Nearly a year after an explosive lawsuit by the California Department of Fair Employment and Housing kicked off a firestorm of sexual harassment and discrimination allegations at Activision Blizzard, a board of directors working group investigating the company has released its findings. Led by a 25-year-old veteran of the Call of Duty publisher, the group concluded that there was never any systemic issue with harassment, discrimination, or retaliation at Activision Blizzard. So they conducted an internal investigation. And what do you know? They just happened to find no misconduct or any wrongdoing. Huh. You know what that's going to do? People, they honestly think it's going to be like, I guess we were wrong about them the entire time. No, people are going to do exactly what I'm doing. It's like you had an internal investigation by these people, who worked for the company, and they happen to find no misconduct. Huh, funny how that works. Contrary to many of the allegations, the board and external advisors have determined that there is no evidence to suggest that Activision Blizzard senior executives ever intentionally ignored or attempted to downplay the instances of gender harassment that occurred and that were reported. The Workplace Responsibility Committee wrote to shareholders in a June 16th SEC filing. While there are some substantiated instances of gender harassment, those unfortunate circumstances do not support the conclusion that Activision Blizzard or Activision senior leadership or the board were aware of or tolerated gender harassment, or that there was ever a systemic issue with harassment, discrimination, or retaliation. These findings were aimed squarely at refuting allegations in the DFEH lawsuit and those raised in November 2021 Wall Street Journal investigation. The latter reported that Activision Blizzard CEO Bobby Kotick, who needs to be fired, failed to report a 2008 settlement, which when alleged word that YouTube doesn't fucking like because they're a bunch of fucking pussies and likes to word police everything. Um, Victim of Call of Duty, Vanguard, maker Sledgehammer Games to the company's board. Yeah. The report also claimed Kotick threatened to have his female assistant offed in a 2006 voicemail and interfere to prevent the co-head of Call of Duty Black Ops Studio Treyarch, Dan Bunting, from being fired for alleged sexual harassment. An Activision or Activision no Activision spokesperson told the Wall Street Journal at the time that Kotick had always kept the board informed, apologized to the assistant for the hype. Yeah, oh, I'm sure. Hyperbolic language. That Bunting was properly disciplined when the incident occurred. However, the Wall Street Journal reported that this is fucking bullshit, man. That he resigned from the company shortly after it asked about the allegations. Bunting denies this. Mr. Bunting's departure has nothing to do with those allegations. His lawyer, Bobby Schwartz, there's a lot of Bobbies here. Dang it, Bobby. Told Kotaku in a statement, calling this insinuation false and harmful, but not disputing the timeline. Come on, roll down. How much more do we have left? Okay. The board summary says its investigation was based on email communications, contemporaneous notes, wait, contemporaneous contemporaneous notes and other source documents, as well as fresh interviews with current and former employees. But the board members don't go into much detail about the extent of the investigation, how it was conducted, or what raw raw data was furnished to outside consultants. No one's gonna get that reference except for maybe one person who watches me, who's my best friend. They're the only one who will get that reference. And like former EEOC Chair Gilbert Casellas, who concluded there was no widespread harassment pattern or practice of harassment or systemic harassment at Activision Blizzard or any of its business units between September 1st, 2016 and December 31st, 2021. So basically, also, I read the comments. It's like, I believe them, but my Tommy gun don't. Yeah, we have a winner. Winner, chicken dinner. Oh, yeah. Merry Christmas, you filthy animal. So, this is basically a case of trust me, bro. So, they had an internal investigation done by their own people. And it's like, oh, we found no evidence of anything. No misconduct. No. Saying that this stuff never happened. Basically saying that everyone else who came out and said this was just fucking crazy. Um, the group concluded there was never any systemic issue with harassment. Saying that they ignored, which every company fucking does it. So this company, they act like, oh yeah, we listen to every. No, you don't. I guarantee that people were coming forward and saying this and that, and these people were like, it happens, when it comes to like when you go to you go to HR because that's where you're really supposed to report this stuff. If you go to HR, most of the time HR doesn't fucking give a shit. They they really don't. So I really wouldn't be surprised. I'm can we just like you saw what the fucking 90s called, dude. Um but unfortunately it's just a problem that every company has. People not wanting to listen and this and that. It's unfortunate, but it's unfortunately just the way the world is. Um, I mean, there's things that can be hopefully put in place to actually prevent it, but well, not here because apparently they're not guilty of any wrongdoing here because they listened to each and every person and never ignored them or uh downplayed the instances of gender harassment that occurred and that were reported. A big company like Activision and Blizzard, you know, you have all these people coming forward with sexual harassment claims. I seriously doubt they're going to take all of them seriously, and they will probably try to shut up a lot of them because they're a big company. They don't want word getting out that, hey, this may not be the best company to work for since there's a lot of sexual harassment. I mean, when you sign up for a job like that, you don't expect to go in and be like, oh man, I can't wait to be sexually harassed. So they try to keep that as suppressed as possible. But by doing that, what does it do? The people who are suffering it come out and talk about it rather than having it as an internal thing and dealing with it that way. It comes out to the public, and then more people get involved. So it's probably best to just deal with it when it happens rather than having it become a grand spectacle where people on Twitter are looking into it, on YouTubers are looking into it. They could have saved themselves a whole lot of embarrassment and stuff like that if they had just taken people seriously, didn't try to shut them up, and just done their goddamn jobs. But of course, the internal investigation showed that there was no wrongdoing. So trust me, bro. This is why no one likes them anymore. Like, no one likes them anymore. And it's pathetic because they're like doing all this shit. It's like, look at us. We're just a cool game company, and look how hip we are, and look how down with the times we are. Look at all the stuff we're changing. Oh, playing World of Warcraft, you gotta sign, make sure you agree to this certain agreement. It's like they're just trying to slap band-aids on everything and hope that the people forget. But had they just dealt with everything internally and all that, then those people wouldn't have had to come forward like, yeah, I was sexually harassed, and like they didn't do anything about it, and they just pretty much told me to shut up. Maybe deal with it. But what do I know? Anyways, that's gonna do it for me. You guys know the drill. I'll see you guys later. Bye, guys.